So now this is cool, and I'm sorry the phone will be filming it in reverse so I can see through. But I retired from the motorcycle industry like 20 years ago, and I was looking at this bike and I was thinking, I can't place the model. What is unique about this? So I went in and I talked to the owner. It's a V4 Honda. I knew it was from the early 90s by some of the technology and whatnot. And I got looking. Can we see, will the phone show on here? I can't see through it. I can tell the rider knows how to ride it. And it's up in mileage. This is showing 69, very close to 70,000 K. Note the red line, 14,500 RPM for a V4 4-stroke. So not recognizing the bike, I went in to talk to the owner. This is a Japanese import. It's a 400cc bike. In 1992 is the model. It's, I had to take some notes here. Let me check them. 59 horsepower. It is a 92 400 VFR 400R. And here's our owner now, who's going to start it up and let us listen to the single-sided swing arm beast. So I just ran through its specs and whatnot. The mileage, your non-chicken strips on the front tire.
I don't ride very much anymore, to be quite honest, but when I get out, I like to have some fun.
Yeah. Well, I was just at the part where I was going to say, in Japan, I think it's the insurance with the 400cc limit. So the 400cc bikes got technology that we weren't getting in Canada.
It's actually not even really the licensing, because even once you get your full license in Japan, the thing is, when you're on a bike bigger than 250 cc's, you have to get a yearly inspection. And it's worse than an MOT, it's worse than a safety here. They go through it with a fine-tooth comb. And so if you get something smaller than a 250, you don't have to go through this every year. It's like every 5 years or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's really costly to keep a bike, and it gets even more costly the bigger the displacement. So that's why, like in Japan, if you get like a 750cc bike, you've been riding for a while. Also, it's very expensive to just maintain it. You can't slack on anything.
Right.
It's like seals, bearings, all that kind of stuff is tested. Like, it's really strict.
When you say a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah.
So a little weepy head gasket would be too much or something.
Exactly. That's why they have really, really, really trick 250s. I've actually ridden one of the CBR 250s.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-cylinder, revs to 19,000 RPM.
Yeah, 19.
Makes 45 horsepower out of a 250.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good when it's not a 2-stroke, but even the 2-strokes were limited to 45 horsepower anyways. So the thing is, like, you can't really do much to get more power out of the 4-stroke 250s. So the 2-strokes were like the 250 to have, even though they were a little less trick, like in the high revving engine capacity.
Yeah, you get into the porting and all that business.
Oh yeah, even an exhaust and a D restriction on the 250s, you'd be 60 horsepower.
Whoa. Crazy. Now you said you've had this bike for how long?
Should be 17 years. 2008 I got it.
So how did it come into the country?
I got it from an importer, a JDM importer. So he was bringing in mostly bikes, but he had like a couple of right-hand drive sports cars like the Supras and RX-7s.
Okay. No, I do recall him from years ago.
Yeah, Newark JDM was the actual guy that I got it from.
Right.
And then I bought a second one privately from somebody who bought it from the same importer. But I ended up riding that for a little while. I was going to make a track bike, got a bunch of parts for it, and then somebody offered me a lot of money for it, so I sold it. And,
cool.
Yeah, I shouldn't have even sold that one, but I will never sell this. I'll never sell this one.
Cool.
This one's like, hopefully pass it down to my kid at some point.
Right on. Well, let's hear the little fella.
Absolutely.
The V4s have a. So what? Is it got the 180 360 crank? What's it got?
It's a 360 crank on
It's
this.
the 360. All right.
Just like the RC30 did.
Right.
are a little beat up, but it's hard to find somebody I trust to fix them. And I'm looking for the replacement panels on eBay Japan. They just don't come up very often. So I have a whole tail section in my basement that's ready to go on when I find a new front and lowers. But if I can't get it at some point, I'm just going to get them fixed and painted by somebody.
Sweet. Well, I appreciate your time and talking to me. Dry weight 170 kilos.
Yeah. I haven't had it on a scale. I'd say it's probably closer to about 185 or like a little over 180 with gas in it, like full tank and with the oil and fluids.
Yeah, they were a little optimistic with their weights.
People go in so I don't deafen anybody.
Well, again, I appreciate your time and the trip down Nostalgia Lane. Yeah, it sounds like a new 400. Yeah, love it.
The stock Redline's 14,500. This one has a programmable ignition on it, so it takes off the top speed limiter because like all Japanese vehicles are limited to 180.
Yeah.
So it takes that off, and it's got you can load different maps onto it, different ignition maps. So if you can do like a standard map, you can do a standard map without the dip at 5,000 for the noise regs.
Right.
And then you can do like an HRC map or your own custom mapping. So this has like the downloaded HRC map. And it doesn't really make any more power. It just raises the Redline to like 15,500. And technically if you put like all the rest of the HRC kit, like carb tuning, airbox, exhaust and all that, then it'll make a little bit more power with the advanced ignition. But
yeah,
it's basically just on that for the new restriction.
Alright. Wow.
Not too much.
Yeah.
Alright, have a good one.
Alright, be safe. Thank you. Ah, that V4 sound. Trip down Nostalgia Lane.